the sixth module. We're going to talk about funnel, sales, and how you can actually motion your weight loss clinic. Scaling your clinic to 8 figures, the data-driven approach. Now, transform inconsistent results into predictable growth using the system that took clinic from fluctuating income to $1.5 million a year, then doubling it in 90 days. First of all, the landing page conversion should be at least 20%. The lead to booking ratio should be at least 60%. Max cost per booking should be $90. Consult to close rate should be 35% plus. Offer rate to qualify should be 80%. Revenue RAS should be at least 5%. And the cash RAS should be at least 2 times more. Otherwise, you're not just killing, you're just, basically just working without having any profit. So net operating profit should be at least 20%. While you're running a clinic from 5 to 8 figures, these data actually shows you the, kind of like how to shows you what you need to actually focus on. The 8 scaling constraint: low lead flow, funnel isn't getting enough traffic, organic alone won't scale. Low availability, booked out weeks ahead, needs more closure, not just more leads, because if you are booked out for the weekends and the weeks and weeks, you're not just scaling, you're just, reporting back in time for, other patient to be booking, and so make sure your availability is always open. Poor show rates under 70%, means red flag, emergency, requiring immediate action. Poor offer rate, closer must offer to 80% of qualified leads and actually pitch and close the service, which is non-negotiable. Otherwise, you change the closer and you change your, kind of like system. Weak conversion, close rate below 30% sales means that your process is broken. You need to actually fully redesign it, and it's going to be basically the biggest thing here. Low cash return on ad spend below 2 times means that you can scale profitably. Fix unit economic first. High cost per acquisition. Over $500 per client point to targeting or messaging problem, which you actually need to address it in order to actually scale. Premature just scale bro syndrome. Growing before fixing core system wouldn't help you in these kind of offers. So running ads, if you don't have a dialed in system, will just cost you money. You're not gonna make more. You're just gonna basically burn money just by not having knowing what you should actually work on. So real world constraint scenario. Let's say scenario 1, you're not getting enough lead pitfalls. Ad spend 1.5k, consultation 20, show rate 80%, which is good, close rate 28%, which is pretty bad. Diagnosis: real issue isn't low conversion, it's not enough qualified traffic. Real issue isn't low conversion, it's not enough qualified traffic. One reliable paid source is missing. Solution: focus only on one paid traffic source, which is, I would suggest, Meta, so Facebook and IG. Make it consistent before diversifying. Track CPL, cost per lead, and booking rate weekly to see which one you need to actually focus on. Scenario 2, the overwhelmed owner. Lead 2,000 a month, slot 20, show 50%, close rate 25%, which is bad as well. Diagnosis: owner is the bottleneck, can handle incoming volume. Capacity, not demand, is the constraint. Solution: hire additional closer immediately, increase installed slot capacity, which basically, when you're gonna hire more closer, you're gonna have more room for more kind of like slots, and fix show rate with deposit and reminders. Let's say 5% deposit if they actually don't show up. Scenario 3, the no-show problem. Show rate 65%, below 75% should mean emergency. Diagnosis: each no-show is wasted ad spend, missed revenue, and every percentage points matter massively. Solution: collect deposit upfront, estimate at 48, 24, and 2 hours before the call, and make sure you actually build trust. Qualify prospect more often, and streamline rescheduling. Closer failing to present solution to 2 out of 10 qualified patients hesitant to ask for the sales. Solution: intensive sales training on offer. Hire a proven closer, 80% close rate. Every missed offer is lost revenue, so make sure you actually dialed in your closer as well. What cost actually matters? Ignore, honors personal salary, legal fees, professional development, course and mastermind, non-intentional software. You need to focus on staff salaries and benefit, marketing and advertising, facility and rent utility, essential softwares and tools, equipment and supplies. So, monthly diagnosis process. First, input a real number. No approximation, no rounding. Accurate data is the foundation of every scaling decision. Identify the largest gap. Which KPI is the furthest from its benchmark? That's your top constraint to tackle first. 3. Diagnosis and solve. Tackle that constraint with complete focus before moving to anything else. Repeat after 30 days. This cycle never stops. Continuous constraint removal drive exponential. Repeat every 30 days. This cycle never stops. Continuous constraint removals drive exponential growth. Your 30 days action plan. Week 1. Constraint and analyze. Dig deep into root cause. Review theoretical data compared to big industry benchmark. So you basically just write down what works, what doesn't, and basically based around that, you make a big sheet of everything that needs to be addressed, whether it be, more leads, you can give me all of your kind of like mistake and what you need to work on, and based on that we're gonna make you a sheet on what to actually work on, what to actually do, rather than actually doing it by your own and you don't quite know what you're doing. So solution design week 2, build targeted fix, define timelines, resources, success metrics, validate small scales first. Week 3, execution. Implement action, track metric daily, stay focused on the one constraint only. Week 4, measure and review, compare result versus benchmark, capture lesson, then move to next constraint. Cash return on ad spend red flag. Below minimum 2 times threshold, marketing costs consuming 40% of P&L. You cannot scale profitably at this level. Increase pricing, upsell maybe on, training guide on how you can lose your weight without having to use semaglutide or tirzepatide. Maybe something like a free upsell of, one-on-one coaching, one-on-one meals plan and stuff to improve unique economic immediately. Optimize funnels conversion to lower effective CAC, cost per acquisition, and actually boost the LTV of your clients, which is longevity, overall of your clients. Implement paying plans to boost upfront cash. Audit ad sorting and messaging, reduce CPL. Cost per lead. Monthly diagnosis template, revenue RAS, cash RAS, CAC, LTV, show rate, close rate, offer rate, net profit. Fill this every 30 days, no exception. Review with your team weekly. I'll make you a doc for basically all of these kind of like diagnosis template. You just have to DM me an ID and I'm gonna basically just DM me, let's say, a template, and I'm gonna show you and basically provide you the sheet that we've used. So, last one, consultation funnel benchmark, 80% offer rate to qualified, 35% consult to close rate, max CAC per client should be at least 500, minimum lifetime value of your client should be at least 2K. A close, patient pays 1.5K up front. Anything less is price shopping, not a committed client, and a patient that wants real growth. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And then, like I said, availability to booking rate should be 90%. Appointment show rate should be 80%. Upfront cash and target should be 45%. Max cost per acquisition should be at least $500. LTV 2K. Minimum net operating profit should be at least 20%. Now, with this being said, thank you very much for listening to the video, and I'll see you on the next one. As always, take care, and then talk to you soon. If you want more kind of like free value, I have like a Google. If you have any question, we are there to actually help you. And yeah, that's pretty much it. As always, thank you guys for listening to the video, and bye bye.